reducing organized crime, reducing gang violence, clamping down on illegal mining, tackling corruption within the SAPS itself. Following grave and damning allegations that have been brought to light, and these allegations are deeply concerning, and welcome the announcement by His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa of a Judicial Commission of Inquiry to thoroughly investigate the matter raised. We await the commencement of that process, which will lead to full accountability, transparency, and justice. Very important principle that if you are accused, you have a right that you acquire immediately to actually clear your name, respond to the allegations. So this appointment of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry affirms that principle. However, the serious nature of these developments must not detract from our constitutional responsibility to account to the people of South Africa, particularly in relationship to the resources allocated to their safety and security. The over 60 million South Africans deserve and expect that the department remains focused on its core mandate as per Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. That is prevention, combating, investigation of crime, and the protection of lives and property. So that is the focus of the department, and we must not move away from that. Honorable members, the 7th administration has outlined 3 strategic priorities which serve as the compass guiding all departments, including this department. And these priorities, along with the vision of the National Development Plan 2030, have directly informed both our annual performance plan and our strategic plan. As the Southern Police Services, we are fully aligned with the broader developmental objective of our government, because there can be no development without safety, and no safety without an efficient police service. The Minister of Police, we have refined and adopted a clear and focused priorities for the 7th administration. Our strategic policing priorities are as follows. We reduce murder rate, reduce illegal firearms, dismantle drug networks, fight gender-based violence and femicide, dealing decisively with illegal immigration, reducing organized crime, reducing gang violence, clamping down on illegal mining, tackling corruption within the SAPS itself. That is what we have put there as our priorities. And to deliver these, we have identified a number of critical enablers that will underpin our crime-fighting strategy. They are adoption and enhancement of technology to improve detection, rapid response, and data analysis. That is number 1. Number 2 is to strengthen crime intelligence, enabling us to act proactively, not reactively. Capacitating and upskilling our detectives to lead the charge in solving complex and violent crimes. Improving forensic services to ensure swift and credible investigation and prosecution. Improving fleet management, ensure our officers can respond efficiently when communities need them most. Upgrading our infrastructure, including the number of condition of police stations. Improving working and living conditions of our police officers. Recognizing morale, dignity, and adequate resources are essential for performance. Obviously, one of the issues that we're discussing is that we cannot do this effectively and efficiently by allowing the police service to deal with its own contradictions in the public space. Media is for something else. Contradictions in the department must be sorted in the department, not in the public space. Honorable Chairperson, this budget is about attaining the type of policing we need. one that is effective, efficient, and responsive and professional. The budget allocated to the South African Police Services will be spread across the various programs in support of the identified priority. The South African Police Service has been allocated 120 billion 890 million rand for 2025-26. That is 120,890 billion rand. That is the overall allocation to the police services. And specific allocation is 219.2 million for securing G20 conference scheduled for November 2025. 400 million for 2026 local government elections. 34.8 million to support costs associated with appointment of additional deputy minister. Furthermore, 150 million has been shifted from SAPS operational budget to the Directorate of Priority Crime Investigation over 2 years to support its partnership with Joint Initiative on Crime and Corruption. A compensation of employees remain the primary cost driver, accounting for more than 80% of the vote. And I want to add there that sometimes when we talk of employees, 80%, one of the things we don't appreciate is the nature of the department, that in policing, employees are equally a product. Because it is the quality of policing that determine the quality of the product delivered by police. So when we say 80% go to employees, it's not a wasteful expenditure, it is a necessary expenditure for the quality of the service delivered. Employees are equally a product. Therefore, of that, the category of expected to grow on an average of 5.5% over the MTEF, while operation items such as goods and capital investment will grow at a more modest average rate of 3.6. Visible policing will account for more than 53% of the total vote, while detective services will represent 20% of the vote. That talks to the point I just made of the persons themselves being the product, not something separate from the product of policing. Now, we have repeatedly mentioned that there are 4 provinces where crime is concentrated. These are Gauteng, KZN, Western Cape, and the Eastern Cape. It is clear that identified high crime zones in all 4 provinces require intelligence-led, targeted deployment of specialized units to combat criminality over and above operational channel. These named provinces have been prioritized in the allocation of baseline budgets. This includes additional 85 million rand to support the top 30 plus 5 high conduct crime stations. Community engagement will be supported through an allocation of 28 million for community policing forums, which will be used to provide essential resources such as torches, reflective jackets, and cones. A further 8.5 million rand is allocated for community interaction activities, including izimbizo and awareness campaigns. During 2024-25 financial year, the SAPS recorded notable progress in addressing extortion-related crimes across the country. A total of 2,417 incidents of extortion were reported nationally, resulting in opening of case dockets and arrest of 1,054 individuals, including 7 juveniles. Of the reported cases, 117 were finalized through non-prosecution, while 1,752 remain under investigation to determine prosecutorial viability.